Guys, I welcome you to part 1 of the Christmas 2022 decorations vlog. Yes, there is a reason I said part 1. Of course, do you really think every single Christmas decoration in this house can go up in a single day? I didn't think so. There are way too many of them to go up all in just one day. No, this takes time, and this is a yearly thing. It always takes more than one day to set up every single Christmas decoration. That's why every year, at least except for 2020, I always come back with a part 2 at least 1 to 2 weeks later to show you the rest of the decorations that I didn't show you in part 1 because they were not up at the time. And of course, that's what I'll be doing once again after only just at least a week or 2 later. I hope it's at least 1 week later because normally half the time it's always like 2 weeks after. But I want to see if I can only come back in at least 1 week to show you the rest of these, considering if they're all up by then. Of course, you could probably guess my room is already finished, which obviously is where we're going to be starting this very video in right now. And guys, well, it was actually the last room I decorated. I'm not even joking. Yeah, it was the last room we decorated up until now. And obviously I'm going to go all over the house, show you which ones are up, and you'll obviously know which ones are not, because it'll be pretty obvious. Now, before I jump in, of course, not everything could be brand new. Of course, we still have a few things from the year prior, but a lot of it is brand new. Very similarly to last year, a lot of it is brand new that was never seen a year prior. But there is one thing that is actually brought back from 1 year prior in 2021. And I'll get to what that is later when we get to it. And no, it's not in this room, because the way the room looks is completely different compared to last year in 2021. Of course, we still have the usual green garland, although it has been fading a lot more because it's actually really old. I've actually had this since 2018. I am freaking surprised that, hold on just 1 second. Okay, don't know what the heck that is. But, yeah, it's still here after all this time. The garland from like 2018, it always hangs up on this wall. And yeah, you can definitely see the colors are definitely fading out. This is probably going to be the last year I use this garland, because also it's been getting shorter and shorter every single year because it keeps getting torn apart. That's understandable because how old it is. So again, this might be the last year I use this garland, and maybe potentially next year in 2023 you'll probably see all new garland up here, which will probably not be a surprise considering, again, yeah, a lot of the colors are really fading out, as you can see. It is that old. I have had it literally since the year we moved into this house, 2018. So it's kind of as expected. Let's jump into the rest. So guys, where do we want to go next? Oh, I was using this stool just to get that hat up there, which means I don't really need it now. Obviously I'll take it out of this room. What do we got? Oh yeah, I'm still gonna make that event, by the way, the fair event. Oh yeah, by the way, I am wearing a Winter Party shirt. I think this is the, yeah, this is the 2019 one. I don't know, I felt like wearing it. Anyway, as usual, my window is always updated differently every single year. But this time around, it's actually 2 lights. Yeah, I decided to merge both the red and green lights together. Of course, I had to hang one string of lights over the other. I hung the red lights first, and then after, we hung the green lights. Well, me and my mom did both of that. So he also helped me put up all these lights as well. We worked together to put up all those lights too, which I'll get to in a minute. This was actually the second to last thing we did in this room. This was the last thing we did. Which, yes, there's the tree once again. Let's turn on the keyboard. That's enough for right now. But you get the idea. If I do use the keyboard in Midnight Fun throughout December, prepare to see this tree here and these lights. So yeah. So yep, I merged both the red and green lights here. I thought it would look really cool. Of course, it looks way better off camera than it does on camera. But unfortunately, when these are taken down in January, I'll have to see them like this in the video. They actually do look really good actually on camera, but obviously not as good as when you actually see them in real life, of course. And this is the same thing for all of these lights. Which, speaking of which, let's jump into that. Because, yeah, let me just reattach that. There we go. Oh, it's also 9:22 p.m. on Friday, November 25th of 2022. And yeah, so that means it is Black Friday. It is the day after Thanksgiving. And yeah. So man, how's it already that day already? Alright, no, seriously though. Let's finish this so we can get out to the rest of the house. So yes, as usual, my desk is always updated for this. Every single year, it is always updated. This year, we are using the clear lights that were on that window last year, because as you probably can guess by now, whatever lights were on my window the year prior go on my desk the next year, which means those will probably go on this desk a year from now. Of course, they'll be separated by then. I'll separate them. But yeah, this is actually pretty similar to 2019, where it was just those lights, but on here. And no, those are not the same ones. Oh, no. I think we, replaced them last year, I think. Anyway, yeah, they go all along the desk. And it looks extremely pretty. Of course, those go all the way up here. Yeah, they go all the way up. And as you can see, those are the normal blue lights that I always have in this room. Every year. At least on my window from basically January all the way to November. At least ever since 2020. Where I got them in November of that year. And then, once you go from those, you go straight to literally right here. And then you have the main shelf itself, which I still gotta put all those 3S cases back up where I want them. Still gotta do that. So that's something. Let's see. But yeah, it looks really cool. Oh yeah, I gotta put that case back. Let me do that real quick. Oh, maybe because the desk isn't there. I'll have to fix that eventually. I'll come back to it. But yeah, right after you leave that, you basically do this all the way to here, and not only that, all the way up here too. It is that freaking lit. I know, it is so freaking cool. You have literally no clue how long it took us to actually put this up. We'll have to probably fix back there eventually. But after that, it goes from here all the way to the rainbow lights, where we basically ended off right here. Oh yeah, and the little village is back, by the way. That makes actually a whole lot more sense. The rainbow lights are right here, and they directly end all the way up here on the flag. And that, my friends, is the end of that. We, of course, have my original Santa hat up there. We actually have a secondary Santa hat on this side of the TV. That's because I actually have a secondary one for some reason. I don't know how that happened. That was never there in previous years. But the usual one is up there as usual, and that's really cool. So yeah, and of course we have the little mini tree right here as per usual. And guys, that is it for my room. After like 10 minutes. I do not know why it took that long. On to the rest of the house. Shall we?
Sure.
It's time. Sorry for taking so long in my room. I hope the rest of this video is a bit longer in terms of out here. But yeah, look at this. You ready? Yeah. Look how pretty these are. I know. Guys, you probably notice. Yeah, those are the red and white lights from the shelves. Speaking of which, there are no lights on those shelves. Yet. Yeah, these are the red and white ones. The ones that used to be on the shelves in the living room for like the past 2 years. Yeah, they're actually here now. And on Garland. Which is actually really, really cool. And yes, the den finally has an update. After like 3 years of using the same garland, which we did put that somewhere. It's over here now. Look at this. You see that? Looks beautiful. And well, the light was so long, the light strip was so long that we had to actually put them up here because it was so freaking long. And yeah, goes all the way over here. You can tell how different it looks now. Again, the light strip was so long, so we had to put them up here. So anyway, with that being said, what are your thoughts on this? The villages are not up yet. We'll have to do that eventually. So that can explain. Yeah, that's it for that. Look how freaking pretty they look. I know. Seriously. They look way too dang pretty. They look so good, don't they? Alright. Oh yeah, the tree's already up. Hold on. 1 second. There is no decoration here yet.